What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to Let's Play 999 Blind. In the last episode, what did we do? Why am I having such a hard time remembering? I remember Seven and Lotus got in quite the fight over her age and her appearance, and that's right, Junpei. Junpei was really sly and chose the door he wanted to go into, though I don't really still see the point of that. But regardless, man, it's so weird opening these episodes without any music going on in the background. I've got a few minutes, rather an hour probably, while all three of the dogs are at the house on a walk with other family members, so try to take advantage of that to the best of my ability. And yeah, I'm glad to hear so many of you guys are excited that the series is back. And thank you for your continued support, and thank you for your patience, as always. But anyways, even after they separated the staircase, Lotus was still muttering angrily to herself.
じゃあな、紫。
I'll see you later, June.
純平くん
Oh no. Oh no! This is the flag, right? This is the death flag for June, I'm sure it is. Junpei-kun. Circumstances dictated that Junpei and June would have to part ways again. But this time, it didn't sting quite so much.
そんな顔するなって。ほら、セブンも言ってただろ。
Don't make that face. It'll be like what Seven said.
9の扉を見つけるまで俺たちが離れ離れになることはないんだ。
We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9.
一時的に分離したとしても必ずどこかで合流するようになったる。
We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again.
そうしないと誰も9の扉を開けなくなっちまうからな。
Otherwise, we can't open door 9.
そういう風にできてんだよ。このノナリーゲームってやつは。
That's how the Nonary game works. Seven's words took a weight off of Junpei's shoulders and felt much better.
だから大丈夫だ。また後でな。
It'll be fine. I'll see you soon.
はい必ずまた後で
Alright. See you later. Lingering uneasy remained, but they went their separate directions without much trouble. I was trying to figure out those first couple words, lingering uneasy, but it would probably be lingering unease remained, I think. Threw me off a little bit, sorry. Ooh, this music. So intense. Junpei, Ace, and Clover headed toward A
着
deck.
いたぞ。A デッキだ。左手の扉だったよな。
Here's A deck. It was the door on the left, right?
確かそのはずだ。
That should be it, yes.
それじゃ。
Then
Okay, let's-
here we go. It opened and they walked through. There it
サン
is.
タとヤシロが言ってた通りだな。
Yo, this music is so hype. It's just as Santa and Lotus said. At the end of the hallway sat a door with a large red 1 upon
ナ
it.
ンバリングドアだ。
A numbered door. To the left of it, bolted to the wall, was the red.
レッドもあるな。では私から先に行かせてもらおう。
There's the red. I'll go first. Ace went first and waved his wrist over the scanner panel.
さあ、二人とも。
Now the two of you, if you would. Junpei was next. And then lastly, finally, listlessly, Clover lifted her arm. She leaned toward the scanner panel. The third asterisk clicked life, shining brightly. Ace took hold of the lever.
さて、
Now, he took a deep breath and turned to Junpei and Clover.
準備はいいか。行くぞ。
Are you ready? Shall I pull it? Pull the lever, Crunk!
いつでも OK だ。
Yeah, anytime. Sounding so cool there, Junpei. Clover said nothing. She nodded, little more than a lethargic twitch of the head. I would check in on that before going in the door. If you're gonna have 90 seconds for everyone to make it to a door that your life is gonna be dependent on, you're gonna want to make sure every person entering that door is fully invested in what's about to happen, is fully attentive, you know?
よし、それじゃ行こ
Very well then, let's go.
う。3、2、1。
Here they go, guys. Are we gonna actually do anything, or are we just gonna be told that they have to run to the end of a hallway again?
開いた。急げ。
And it's open, move it! They stumbled into the room. Whoa.
どこにある
Where is it? Frantically, Junpei scanned the room. There it is. His eyes stopped on the device that would determine whether they lived or died.
デトあそこだ
There it is, over there. Next to the door they'd come through was the dead. Wow, that quickly. Huh. As one, they ran to it. They put their hands over it as if they were fighting for it. I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed that these segments are never very interactive. That it's in that they're not seemingly that complex. I figured it would be like you have 90 seconds to figure out some sort of puzzle, or you have 90 seconds to overcome some sort of challenge. But thus far they've been, oh, I walk into a room and I look around 360 degrees and there it is. Okay, I'm gonna go put my hand on it. Or, oh, it's there at the end of the hallway. I'm gonna sprint as fast as I can. And the player doesn't really have anything to do during that. Granted, I'd rather take this than some, low-effort mini-game or something that's more annoying than actually fun. But I do think it is a missed opportunity.
ちょっと待って
It stopped.
ああ、止まったな。
Yes, it did. Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. Ace and Clover were breathing hard and fast.
ああ、いつまで経っても慣れないな、この感覚は。
Whew. I don't believe I'll ever get used to that. I don't blame you. Probably be more concerning if you did.
俺は慣れたくなんてないな
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to.
なバカげたゲーム慣れる前にとっとと抜け出してしまいたいよ
We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
ああ、確かにその通りだな。
I agree.
さてと
Now then. Junpei looked around again, this time more slowly. There we go. Let the escape
どうだ
begin.
な入ってきたのとは別の
There's another
開
door.
けてみるか
Let's try opening it. He took hold of the knob and easily, gently pulled it open.
操舵室か
So, this is the wheelhouse? He closed the door again and turned to Ace and Clover. He fixed each in turn with a meaningful stare, then spoke.
一宮あんたは隣の操舵室を調べてくれ
Ace, you investigate the wheelhouse next door.
ああ、わかった。
Very well.
四つ葉お前の担当はこの部屋だ
Clover, you're in charge of this room.
返事
Say something.
うん分かったよ
Okay, I will. To be fair, I mean, like, Junpei sounds a little bit harsh when you listen to his voice acting and such, but in such a situation where you have limited time and you have a task to accomplish, this type of communication is actually really important, right? You need to quickly and very clearly distribute responsibilities and know who's accountable for what at a given time, and you need to make sure that what you're saying is being understood by the person you're talking to. Ideally, the people would actually reply with repeating whatever instructions they were given. It's like, Ace, you investigate the wheelhouse next door. And then Ace would be like, okay, I'll investigate the wheelhouse next door. And then Clover, you're in charge of this room. Okay, I'm in charge of this room. Something like that. We talked about it in medical school, actually, because obviously when there those drops in communication, the person who is going to be most vulnerable and, take the brunt of that is going to be the patient
よし
themselves.
それじゃあ始めよ
But
う探
regardless.
索開始だ
Alright then, let's get started. Here we go. Seek a way out. I'm excited. It's been a while since we've been able to do this. Alright, cool. Let's hop into it. Alright, well, I guess we'll start by inspecting what we can. So we got a light. It looks kind of like a wilted flower. That it does. What do we have here? Oh, a map of some sort. Stack of nautical charts. A stack of them. Can we do anything with them? Off the top of my head, I mean, obviously there's a route of some sort planned from... It's gonna make me sound stupid. Is that Iceland or Greenland? I think it's Greenland. To a couple places in Africa, a couple places in South America, and then to Australia. I think this is a nautical chart. There's this line on it here. I think the line is the route the ship is supposed to take. There are these dots all over the map. Oh, those are probably ports, like for a boat to stop at. Looks like the lines connect the dots. I'm sure that will be important at some point. There's nothing left in the drawer. Alright, so looks like that is fair enough. Can we click that light? No, we cannot. What about the chair? A chair! A chair! Clover isn't talking much. Well, I guess that's understandable. I mean, she's been through a lot. Yeah, no kidding. When you think about the fact that all this happening thus far, such as getting kidnapped / waking up in a ship, being told you're in a game that's essentially life or death, and then having your brother die, all within a 6-hour time span, and still not having any sort of relief after that, oof, that is a tough situation. Really, it's more surprising that she's still together enough to talk at all. Alright. So I think that covers... Is that something in the corner there? No. Well, we'll go over this way and see if we can take a look at this map. So there are some pins on here, obviously. A world map with the Atlantic Ocean in the center. There are a number of red pins in several locations. What do these red pins mean? Yeah, it's a good question. Well, the nautical charts I picked up earlier have a map like this one. Maybe one of them matches up to the pins or something. It's very possible. Let's see. Well, what do you know? Looks like this one's a match to the pins. Okay, so we've got 7 locations connected by straight lines. And each one has a word next to it. That's probably the speed? Huh? New material has been added to the file screen. Yeah, I'm like, huh? What am I dealing with here? About digital routes, nautical table. Nautical table found in the chart room. It shows directions of south, west, southwest, northwest. Okay, all those. And straight. Oh, okay. There's a word next to each point on the map. Full, half, slow, full, half, dead, stop. Okay. Can I take a look at it? So, where's the starting point? It's all the way over in Japan. And then to Australia, full, half, slow, full, half, stop. I wonder what the dead is there for. Why dead along this last, stretch? Is there anything to do with it? Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you letting me know that, game. The shelves are lined with books. Let's see what's in this blue one. There's something written on it. Ship's log. Huh. Ship's log. Huh. Okay. Back to the file screen then. A ship's log found in the chart room. The following is written on the last page. We leave soon for a new journey across the sea. After leaving port, we headed south and west. Okay, we turned southwest to steer around the continent, then proceeded northwest. We made port, then changed our heading to east for a time, and are now heading due north. Soon we will dock in the United Kingdom, the homeland of this vessel. Okay. I'm pretty sure that more or less describes this journey. The question is, why is such a thing important? I'm sure we'll find out eventually. None of these books look very useful. It's a wooden box. Maybe a case for letters? Hey, Clover, you ever write letters? Nothing. Aw. How about this light? It's a light. Well, I guess she doesn't really feel like talking. She's not really paying attention to anything, is she? Her mind must be somewhere else. Ooh, is this a compass? No, pocket watch. Anything written on the inside or anything like that? No, what is it? Remember October 3rd? The time is probably going to be relevant. It looks like it stopped at a particular time, 10:05. What about the other drawers? Oh, a voice he hadn't expected startled Junpei from his examination of the pocket watch.
懐中時計か。ちょっと見せてもらえるかね。
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it? He spun around to find Ace standing in the doorway. Junpei shrugged and handed him the pocket watch.
おいおい、なんであんたがこっちの部屋に来てんだよ。
Hey man, what are you doing over in this room?
ちょっと様子を見に来ただけだよ。いけないのかい。
Oh, I just thought I'd come check up on the two of you. Is there a problem? No, but...
別にいけないってわけじゃないが。
Well, not a problem, but...
嘘だ。本当は一宮にいてもらうと困る。
That's a lie. I wanted to get rid of Ace. Huh. Why is that?
この部屋の探索を始めるとき、一宮を操舵室へと追いやったのと同じ理由だ。
Is Junpei suspicious of Ace? I sent him to the wheelhouse at the beginning for a
俺
reason.
は四つ葉と二人きりで話がしたかった。
I wanted to talk to Clover
ど
alone.
うしても四つ葉に聞いておきたいことがあった。
There's something I want to ask
そ
her,
れを誰かに聞かれるのはまずい。
and I don't want anyone to overhear us.
というか、別の誰かがいたら、きっと四つ葉は何も話してくれないだろう。
I'm pretty sure Clover won't talk if there's anyone else around. I'm curious to hear what this grand scheme of Junpei's
だ
is.
から本当は、一宮には早く出て行ってもらいたかった。
I'm a little desperate to send him back. Quick, he has to leave. Ace opened his mouth, then took another look at Junpei and shut it again. A small smirk appeared on his face.
あはなるほどな。そういうことか。
Oh, I see. Of course. He looked Junpei over, then glanced at Clover.
邪魔をしてすまなかったな。
I apologize for the intrusion. Wait, what is... So Junpei is apparently maybe putting on a face or something that is like, you know, Ace, I appreciate you, but you probably should not be here. Or like, I really want you gone. And Ace is maybe taking the hint and interpreting as Junpei wants some alone time with Clover. As two young people potentially interested in each other? Question mark?
ま、うまくやりたまえ。
Well, best of luck. Ace gave Junpei a knowing pat on the shoulder and left. Either that, or maybe we assume that Ace won't assume that of Junpei, and instead is thinking maybe Junpei has intentions of, you know, raising Clover's mood a bit or something like that, and acknowledges that he's probably able to do so better than someone like Ace might be able to. Who knows? Junpei let out a sigh and brushed a few drops of sweat from his forehead. He turned and found himself looking straight into Clover's eyes. She'd heard what Ace had said. She regarded Junpei with caution.
何なの？
What was that about? She was clearly suspicious, and with good
さ
reason.
っきからチラチラこっち見て。
Why are you looking at me like that? Junpei's eyes widened, and he held up his hands in a gesture of innocence.
ああ、いや、違うんだ。そういうんじゃなくて。
Oh, no, it's not like that.
そういうんじゃないなら、何なの
Whoa,
よ。
what's it like then?
俺はただ、あの話の続きが聞きたかっただけなんだ。
I just wanted to hear the rest of that story.
これまでずっと、聞くタイミングがなかったから。
I didn't get a chance to ask you about it until
あ
now.
の話って
What story?
実験の話だよ。手術室で聞かせてくれただろ。
About the experiment. Remember the one you started to tell me in the operating room?
今から9年前に、この船で実験が行われたとかなんとかって。
You said something about an experiment that happened here 9 years ago? Clover bit her lip. She stared down at the floor for several long moments, and when she spoke, it was barely audible.
悪いけど、今はその話、したくないの。
I'm sorry, but I don't want to talk about that right now. Huh?
する気分じゃないっていうか。
I'm just not in the mood, okay?
わかるでしょ？
You understand, right?
今はお兄ちゃんのことで、頭がいっぱいなんだよ。
I keep thinking about my brother.
誰がお兄ちゃんを、あんな目に、合わせたのか。
I can't stop. I mean, who would do something like that? To my brother?
許せない。絶対に許せない。
I can't forgive them. I'm not gonna let them get away with it.
必ず復讐してやる。そう誓ったの。
Dang. Those are some intense words coming from Clover. They're going to pay for it. I promise.
だから。
So, her shoulders were shaking. Drops of blood had sprung up on her lips where she was biting them. She wiped it off and looked up at Junpei, her eyes fierce and angry.
ねえ、順平は誰が犯人だと思う？
Junpei, who do you think did it? Her voice was cold and scarcely above a whisper. Junpei gulped.
仮にセブンの言ってたことが確かだとするなら、犯人は2人以上ってことになる。
Well, if what Seven said was right, then there would have to be at least two of
ニ
them.
ルスを加えて3人以上じゃなければナンバリングドアは開けないからだ。
Oh, I had totally forgotten about this. You need at least 3 people to open the numbered doors, and if you subtract Snake, that means there were at least 2 other people. 2 other people. Snake was what? Door number, or was what, number 2? And what door was he thrown through again? Because if so, then you can
そうだね。
work backwards a bit there.
ってことは、
You're right. So what does that
そ
mean?
れぞれのバングルナンバーを考えればおのずと答えは見えてくるだろう。
Well, if we just look at the bracelet numbers, we should be able to figure it
ニル
out.
スと共に3の扉を開くことができたのは
Who could have
一体誰と誰
opened?
か。
Oh, interesting. So it would probably have to be 2 people that add up to number 10, which would be 7 and 3, right? I'm trying to think of any other combination that would lead up to the door number or to a digital root of 3, but I don't see anything other than just the number 12, right? So yeah, it would have to be 2 people that add up to the number 10. And that could be Santa and 7, or I mean, you could also have like June and Clover. This is also assuming there were only 2 people, not more than 2 people, but worth considering at least.
誰と誰と誰か、もしくは誰と誰と誰と誰か。
Well, really, who and who, or who and who. Yeah.
犯人が4人もいるってこと。
You mean it could have been 4 people? Yeah, if you get up to the number 21 or the number 30. 21, if you have 3 people that add up to 19, that could be what? I don't think there's a combination that. No, it would be 8, 6, and 5, right? So that would be Lotus, Junpei, and June, which we know that. Well, that would be one heck of a twist if we found out we are 0, despite playing as Junpei the entire time. But I don't think that's the case. So, any other combinations that can add up to it? Unless it's like June, 7, and Lotus. Or no, that's adding up to 21, not 19. So it's not that. So it's probably gotta be 7 and Santa?
可能性としてはないこともない。
Well, technically, it's possible.
どうだろう。
I don't know.
私はその可能性は低いと思うけどな。
That doesn't seem very likely.
どうして？
Why?
後で教えてあげるよ。
I'll tell you later. Wait, huh? What?
とりあえず今は犯人が2人だったとして考えてみない？
What does Clover know that we don't? Why don't we just assume it was only 2 other people for now?
ああ、わかった。
Okay. Got it. Let's do that
だ
then.
とすると犯人は誰と誰だと思うの？
Then, who do you think it could be? Junpei crossed his arms and thought. Snake's bracelet number was 2. Which 2 bracelet numbers added to 2 would give a digital root of 3? Cool. So we said that would be Santa and 7, right? Yeah.
サンタとセブンか。
Would it be Santa and 7? Yep.
ニルス、サンタ、セブンだと数字コンは
The digital root for Snake, Santa, and 7 is 3.
さ、そんな。
Wait, hold on. Before you jump to any conclusions, Junpei, you should also check to make sure that the other combinations don't. And granted, I don't think they do, but
この2人が犯人だっていうのか。
are Santa and 7 the killers?
どうしたの？
What's wrong? Clover looked at Junpei, and he looked back at her. There was no point in hiding it.
その少し考えてみたんだが。
Well, I thought about it, and He told her his conclusions.
だよね。
That's what I thought. She looked less surprised than he'd expected.
Santa to
Yeah,
Seven.
no kidding. Santa and
犯
Seven.
人が2人だったとしたら、この組み合わせ以外には考えられないし。
If it was two people, then that's the only combination that works.
ちょっと待ってくれ。
Hey, wait a minute
断
there.
定するのはまだ早いんじゃないか。
Don't you think it's a little too early to be jumping to conclusions?
俺はただその2人だったら3の扉を開けると言っただけで。
Well, all I said is that those two would have been able to open door 3 with your brother.
もしかしたら別の可能性も。
There might be other possibilities.
何？
Like,
別の可能性って。
well, what other possibilities?
それは
He didn't have an answer. He was ready to admit defeat when Clover
もし
spoke.
かして犯人は3人もしくは4人じゃないかって。
Are you saying you think it was 3 or 4 people? I mean, Clover obviously also has some reason why she doesn't think it is, but the only reason that I can think of, or the only combination I can think of off the top of my head includes us for if there were 3 other people. I haven't really thought too much about 4 people, nor do I want to run through it at the
だと
moment.
したら
At least while
さっきも
recording.
言ったけど
I really don't think that's likely.
どうして？
Why not?
手帳とペン貸してもらえる？
Can I borrow your pen and paper? Clover put her hand out expectantly.
ああ。
Yeah. Here. Junpei pulled out his pen and pad of paper and handed them to her. She opened the notebook and wrote down several simple addition problems. Eventually, she had 8, which provided a digital root of 3. 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 6 equals 12. 1 plus 4 plus 5, right, that includes us as Junpei. 2 plus 4 and 7 and 8. Oh, I didn't even think that we could... I didn't even think it was reasonable to get up to 21. That's my bad. And then 5, 6, 8. Is there any in common with all of them? No. So it's kind of difficult then, right? But at the same time, Junpei is included in a lot of these, so we can cross those out. And also Clover is in quite a few of these, so we can probably cross those out too. Unless she's in on it, right? Which is a possibility, but from Clover's perspective, she can cross those out, right? Okay, so now they're gonna tell us all of these over and over. Cool.
これは？
What's this?
犯人が3人もしくは4人だった場合の組み合わせ。
These are the combinations for 3 or 4 people.
この8通りしかありえないんだ。
These 8 combinations are the only possible ones.
なるほど。
I see.
ところで順平、
Junpei?
ん？
Yeah?
私順平のこと信じてもいいんだよね。
I can trust you, right?
あ、当たり前だろ。何言ってんだよ。
Of course. Why would you need to ask that? Junpei, please. You do realize you're in a life or death situation with someone who is considering that, you know, you or one of your comrades, I guess, is Zero. The person responsible for killing Clover's brother. Of course! She's gonna ask. Really?
あ
Yeah.
それじゃあこの式のうち B、D、G、H は消しても
So then I should get rid of B, D, G, and H,
あ。
right?
いいに決まってるだろ。消してくれ。
Of course. Just cross them
それ
out.
からもちろん四つ葉の番号4が含まれてるやつもな。
And you should take off yours too, the ones with 4.
そうすると残る
So,
のは
what does that leave? 1,
Eight.
3, 6, or 1, 3, 7, and 8. But what does that mean? It means no matter what, basically with either of these combinations, and if you assume there are only 2 people, it would be 3 and 6, I believe. Or no, it's 3 and 7. So the only person that is basically guaranteed to be involved in this combination is Santa, right? Because it could also have been 2 plus 3 plus 7. Wow. Wow, that's a pretty big deal.
いや待て A はありえない。
Wait, it can't be A.
どうして？
Why?
紫が含まれてるからだよ。あいつ
Because
が犯人だなんてことは
June's in that one.
ない。
There's no way in heck she'd do something like that.
信用できる？
Are you sure?
ああ、命をかけて保証してやるよ。
I'd bet my life on it.
わかった。それじゃあ A も消えるよね。
Okay then, I could cross off A too, right?
消えるな。
Yeah.
そうするとどうなる？
Well, what have we got
いい
left?
だけが残るな。
E. We also have 2 plus 3 plus 7. Don't forget about it.
あれってどういうことか？
Do you know what this
俺
means?
と四つ葉と紫。この3人以外の全員が共犯ってことになるな。
Everyone besides me, you, and June would be working together. Wow, that would be one heck of a
あり
situation.
えると思う？
Do you think that's likely? Ooh, do I think that's likely? I think that's pretty unlikely to have that many people involved in the game working against us, potentially. What else would make that potentially unlikely though, right? Or what would make it likely? I think if you have a certain number of people on the nonary games, you know, working together, then you have a lot more flexibility with manipulating where people go and ensuring some end number before getting to the 9 door. I guess that would be more so what you can do. So it's not like it would be completely unreasonable to have that many people amongst us.
4人が結託してるんだったらもっと大胆に仕掛けてきてもいいはずでしょ。
If there were 4 people working together, they wouldn't be very
私
cautious.
たち3人だけに犯行を隠す必要なんてないと思うんだよね。
I don't think they'd try that hard to hide what they were doing if they outnumbered us, right?
まあ確かにそうかもな。
Well, you do have a point. I think something else worth considering is at the time of... Well, there's no accountability for when Snake was killed, right? Nobody has an alibi of sorts. And nobody can attest for where someone else was. So it really could have been 4
そ
people.
れに一宮とセブンがつるんでるんだとしたら
And besides, if Ace and Seven are working together,
私と一緒にシャワー室に行った時にいくらでも始末のしようがあったはず。
they could have easily gotten rid of me when I went to the shower room with
でも
them.
2人は何もしてこなかった。
But they
そん
didn't.
な素振りさえ見せなかっ
They didn't even try
た。
anything.
どうして？
If they were the killers, why wouldn't they? I mean, we're also assuming... I'm so curious as to like what the overall motivation is here, because if there is somebody who's set up the game amongst us, why are they trying to kill us during the game, you know? Like, I figured they would maybe want to see us fail and then die via that means, but why kill people along the way? I can think maybe to add some sort of stimulus that would lead to a particular reaction or to induce chaos or something like that. But it's not like, oh, somebody's running the nonary games and wants all of the participants dead regardless, so I'll try to kill them as quickly as I can throughout the game, whether they make it to the end or not. I feel like that mindset just doesn't really mesh with the whole setup of the nonary game, so I feel like there's something I'm missing, and to be expected, right? I haven't finished the game yet, but, interesting. Her voice was calm, but Junpei had only to look her in the eye to know it was a forced calm. There were tears forming at the corners of her eyes, and she was blinking furiously to keep them back. Perhaps by attempting an objective analysis of who might have killed her brother, she had been able to distance herself from the harsh reality of his death. It's called intellectualization. It's an immature ego defense. It was on my exam. Not actually my exam, but it was something I had to know for it. The more she struggled to act unconcerned, the more Junpei felt his heart tighten.
なるほどな。
I see.
とにかく今の話を聞いて分かったよ。
Anyway, I understand now.
3人もしくは4人が共犯だというのは確かに可能性が低そうだ。
Seems pretty unlikely that it was as many as 3 or 4 people. So then we're thinking it's 3 and 7?
ってことはやっぱりサンタとセブンの線が濃厚か。
Then that means there's a good chance it was Santa and 7. Are Santa and 7 together for any of the rooms right now? That would be concerning.
だと思う。
That's how it looks.
動機は何だろう。
But why would they do it? There was a moment of silence.
動機は多分
Their motive. He laid his hand gently on her shoulder. He was close, so close to the answer. When Ace chose the worst possible moment to return. He raised a knowing eyebrow and then
お
spoke.
邪魔だったかな。
Absolutely, Ace. Have I interrupted something?
なんだよ。
You can hear the cold tone coming across. Nandayo. What is it?
いや、ちょっと淳平君に話があってね。来てもらえるかい。
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a minute? He turned on his heel and walked back toward the wheelhouse.
言って。
Go ahead.
うん。
Okay. Junpei looked over at Clover. He gave her a short nod, hoped that she would be willing to talk to him again later, and followed Ace.
話って。
Honestly, like, it's just so short. He's so clearly, like, upset. What did you want to talk about? Ace looked at Junpei and smiled. Perhaps more of a smirk than a smile. Ooh, I can't even imagine what Ace would want to talk about. Like, that he would go knowingly interrupt. Or was he maybe listening in? Not sure. But we're going to find out in the next episode. I am incredibly curious, and luckily, I'm able to record soon after this. Hopefully. Family should be back from the dog walking festivities, I guess, soon. So we'll see when I have that chance. But I'm really looking forward to figuring out what's going on with Ace, right? What's going through Ace's head? Because, I mean, all of this theory regarding who Zero potentially is working now under the assumption that, you know, it's not Clover, it's not June, and it's not Junpei, which I think is very reasonable at this point in time. So it is worth keeping in mind that those are the assumptions upon which this deduction is based. So those could be incorrect and then throw all of that reasoning out the window. But it'll also be interesting to hear what other people that we presume are innocent, such as Ace, think about it, or if they have their own thoughts and so forth. But I think this is different. Ace has something else going through his head, and maybe this is going to be I've got some advice if you're looking to, I don't know, persuade, or I don't know, Clover or something like that. But I'm also optimistic that it's a little bit more about the story as well, because that's easily one of the coolest parts of this game, right? The story, the unraveling of all the different pieces of this puzzle, it's really cool. So I'm enjoying it plenty, and I hope you guys are too. But until the next episode, this is Night Zero, and this mission is complete.